Hey, welcome back to Roywood Productions YouTube channel. Christmas break, New Year's break. I don't really have a show to go to. In fact, don't have one for a few weeks. So it's time to do some work in the shop. You can't see it out there, but the 98 OBS is out there. Put all new headlights in it today, new housings, new bulbs. I can actually see at night now. Before, it was about like holding your cell phone out in front of the truck at night. It was so bad. So job one done there. I need to do the door handles. We might do a little video on how to do door handles here in a week or two. But in the meantime, ignore the messy shop. We're going to take this free to me table, free to me vise over here. I can't do it in the backwards video. And this welder I bought with its kind of crappy little cart. We're going to try to make them all into one. And we're going to try to make it more usable, take up less space in the shop. Because even though it's a 30 by 40 building, when you get two cars in here, a couple workbenches, some storage, big old stacks of wood over there, it goes really, really quickly, and all of a sudden you're out of room. So we're going to try to take up less space, make this thing usable. I'm a very novice welder, so I don't really know what I need on a welding cart, but this will be a multi-step process. And, well, maybe along the way you can tell me what you have in your welding cart, and we can go from there. All right. So my buddy Corey Conyers, Crown Custom 1 on Instagram. Corey builds front engine dragsters, and he hand builds beautiful aluminum bodies. He had this old table that he picked up at some auction or something for like a couple bucks. It was going to go to the scrap, and he's like, no, it's a good table. I'm going to buy it. So it's set out behind the shop for like a decade. And I told him I was getting ready to go buy a welding table, and he goes, I got you. And he gave me that. And then while we were talking about it, he said, also, I picked up a vise. It needs a little restoration, but you can have it as well. And it's odd. It doesn't have any teeth in it whatsoever. So we're going to do a little restoration on this down the road. We're going to add some teeth to it. And then this completely uneven tabletop, we're going to have to build a new top that's not going to be a fixture table, but it's going to be a lot more level and sturdy than that is. These angles, there's 3 angles. None of them are at the same height. So they're useless to me. I'll cut those off. Oh, and you can see the guy's name who made it. J.H. Bowman. Wherever you are. Why'd you do that? That's weird. So we're going to cut those angles off. I'm actually going to go ahead and just, after I cut them off, move 2 to the bottom corners just to box the bottom in, sturdy it up. And then we're going to take this little cart that came with the welder I bought, and we're going to cut it apart and probably end up using it to mount the welder under the table here. We actually, you know what? No, now think about it. If I move this guy to the bottom and then take this guy and move him over here, I can basically replicate this cart. And then I still have a cart and 4 wheels I can do something with. Yes, I have a tiny little welding bottle. This is not about size, ladies. But I don't really do a lot of welding. So for now, that will be enough. But all of that's going to mount in here, and then maybe we're going to do something else. Oh, yeah. I went and bought myself a Christmas present. Yes, it's Harbor Freight. But it is a bandsaw and this folding stand that you can either make a vertical or horizontal stand or back and forth. That's going to probably live under here and be able to bounce it on top. All right, let's get to work. Okay, problem. It's too late at night to go to the store, and all I have is a grinding wheel. So I don't have a cutoff wheel here. I'll go tomorrow, but for right now, I'm going to go grind a bunch of this weld out and see how weak I can make the weld. Well, that got some of it out there. I'm just going to have to go get a cutoff wheel to get in there and get the rest of it out. I'm learning as I go here, guys. And, you know, I'm sure everybody out there is smarter than me, has better ways to do this. But for now, we're going to call it a night. Tomorrow, I'll go to the store and I'll go grab some cutoff wheels, and we'll see if we can knock these 3 angles out and then tack them back in the correct locations. Well, the cutoff wheel did work. I did gouge it a little bit, but let's be honest, you don't need 2x2 by quarter to hold up that little welder. So it'll be fine. This will get welded in down there. We'll be good to go. The 4.5-inch cutoff wheel on the corded grinder worked way better than the 4-inch on the battery-powered one. So I'm going to go ahead and try a couple things real quick and see what they look like, see what I want to do, and then we'll get to work on the other side. All right, I got the grinder and I grind off some clear spots here. I need to finish this one off. We'll clearing up the edges here in the corners, and then burn that in. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, remember when I said I was a very beginner welder? Yeah, that's some really awful booger welds. Awful. Horrendous. Hard to see with the light, too. Not very good YouTuber, not very good welder. But it's solid. Let's move on to the other side. All right, again, like the other side, the welds look awful. But they're solid. And to be honest, this is made of 2x2 by quarter, and it's a freaking welding table. It doesn't need to be 2x2 by quarter. That's pretty stout material. So it's solid, and instead of putting the third one across the middle here as a way to set this welder on it, I think I'm just gonna call into work and grab a piece of off-cut expanded metal and cut it down to size. They'd probably even just chop it down for me. And the whole bottom of this could be expanded metal. Okay, so I picked up a piece of expanded metal at work. They cut that off to size for me. And I also picked up some angles and flat bar strap, and then I realized when I got here it was 1/4 inch. It was way too thick. I don't need that. I'll use that later for something else. So then I went to the store and picked up some 1/8 inch angle and flat bar strap. We're going to put 2 angles across the bottom of here, and we're going to hang the strap on one end to hang the grinders off of. And oh, there's one more thing. This piece of railroad tie. That was given to me by the same guy who gave me the table and the vise. That piece of railroad tie came from Dave Stuckey's shop, and he used it to form some metal, I'm guessing. That's why it's cut out that way. But it was given to me so I could use it to form some metal. I'm really not to that point yet, but that's kind of cool to have, and that will make its home here somewhere in the bottom of the table. All right, back to it. Crooked, but that'll work. Okay, next up, where the 4 bolts are to hold the casters on, I'm going to cut those out. I think I'm just going to set the expanded in for now. Yes, it does set proud of these supports I just put in, but I'm fine with that. The supports are just there to keep it from falling out the bottom. Okay, here's where we're at now. The expanded is sitting in there. The supports do their job if enough weight gets put on it. My flat bar strap to hold the angles is great. It also will hold some vice grips, clamps and stuff. I got to figure out what to do about cable management still. This is still probably where the vice is going to go when it does get attached. I'm just going to use some flat strap underneath it and bolt through to the flat strap and tighten everything up. The next thing is getting this welder and this bottle in the cart. And that shouldn't be the end of the world, but it might be a little bit of a pain with the bottle holder. We'll find out. Okay, we're a little bit further along now. I did not film nearly enough here. So I took the old straps that held the bottle onto the old cart, and I cut them off the cart. I made one that I tacked into the bottom just to keep the bottom of the bottle from moving. So it's in the bottom of the cart and keeps the bottom of the bottle from moving around. Another one a little bit higher, but this one's has a hinge on one side, and I'm getting ready to drill a hole and just put a bolt on this side. So it'll be secured, but you can take it off, hinge that out of the way, and pull the bottle out of there. That's just about it for this round of welding table upgrades. You know, in a weekend's time, I'm working my way through this with horrible welds. They seem to be strong enough to hold. They just look really bad. you know what? If you're just starting, just try. You got to get started somewhere. And a project like this is a great way to get started. Well, it's not pretty. But stage 1 is done, okay? It's solid. Nothing's going anywhere for right now. I've got more to do, a lot more to do. But let's take a look. Ignore my awful floor. But so in the end, okay, we ended up with a flat bar strap across here. We can hang vice grip type clamps on, and the grinder and the cutting disc. I'm not sure what to do about the actual welding lead. I need to do something there. For right now, just got it sitting in one of the clamps. I need to probably throw a couple pieces of angle down to hold the welder exactly where it is. That's how far back it has to be in order to open the door before it hits this angle across the bottom here. I might make a little stand and move it up, and then maybe a drawer underneath it or something like that at some point. Little flat bar strap that used to hold the bottle in the old cart now has been repurposed to hold the bottle in the new cart. Undo a screw on the side there, and the top strap flips open. You pull the bottle out. There's a bottom strap, kind of just holds the bottom in their place. I'll find someplace better for all the magnets to go. And then once I get this bandsaw, got a new saw blade in it. That would have been helpful today. Get a saw blade in it, get it mounted in here. That guy's going to live right down here in the bottom. So for now, my free welding cart has cost me a full weekend and quite a bit of money, but it's getting there. And we've condensed the floor space needed to hold the welder and this table and actually have a place to work. And we're gonna actually be able to make it a little more useful as we go. Cable management is my next thing to figure out, because it's just, I hate having cables everywhere. Then we're gonna mount this vise on there after we get the vise kind of cleaned up and repainted. This piece of railroad tie is gonna get put somewhere. Probably will live on the cart for now. Maybe right here next to the welder when I'm not needing to get that door open. That's about it. And once again, just like with my videos, you get a car, you take it to shows, you make it better as you go. This table was given to me for free. The vise was given to me. I bought some casters, I bought some metal, and I am learning how to weld as I put this together, okay? It's a process. Nobody is really good the very first time they do it, and if they are, I don't like you. But you've got to learn, and you got to start somewhere. If you're not embarrassed to show your first try at something, you waited too long to show people. So I figured just start from the very beginning. We'll make it better as we go. All right, till next time, I'll see you at a show.